Are you presently faced with a situation where it seems like you want to be with someone, but it seems God is telling you otherwise? Do you feel restrained in your heart about dating someone, but you don't know if to discard it? Maybe you're even telling yourself that the doubts in your heart are coming from a place of fear. The issue is how to know if that doubt and restraint are indeed something you should follow, or if you should ignore the thoughts and further into a relationship with a person. How do you know if God wants you to not be with someone? How do you confirm that those instincts and doubts in your heart are really from God? Here are 6 things that will happen if God doesn't want you to be with someone. Number 1. Bad attitude. One thing you will see when God doesn't want you with someone is a bad attitude. This bad attitude will be overwhelming, that it'll discourage you and keep you far from such a person. You will begin to have doubts about being with this person because of their behaviors. And while you may think that they weren't thinking right, God will confirm your doubts by making the person act out their several negative behaviors. You may have been praying to God about this particular person, but He will go ahead to show you this person's behavior so you can know that He doesn't want you to be with such a person. Coincidentally, the person's bad behaviors may accumulate and show forth at the exact time you're praying to God about being with them. It may happen often, and this is just God showing you that He doesn't want you with someone. God is directing your paths. Don't think that the situation is something that will change or something that could get better. Don't be tempted into thinking that all the situations are just coincidental. It is not. It's God showing you that such a person isn't what He has in mind for you. Number 2. You will see several incompatibilities between you both. Another thing you will see when God doesn't want you with someone is that you and the person are not compatible. You will see that the things that drive you in life are much different from the things that this other person does. The vision laid on your own heart may be entirely different from the vision laid on the other person's heart. You will begin to notice that you both share different beliefs and values over several major life matters. You may want to fully serve in ministry, and the person may be someone involved in business. You may attend churches of very diverse doctrines. While it's true that 2 people can never be the same, they must share similar thoughts and beliefs over several major matters that could determine the future of their lives. When God doesn't want you with someone, you will see that being with this person will lead you away from your life's purpose and dreams. You will begin to see and recognize the several differences between you both. In reality, for a successful long-term relationship or a marriage to work, you both must have things in common. If both of you have nothing in common, you're not compatible in interests or activities, then a relationship will not work between you both. You should have at least some activities, interests, and knowledge in common. It's hard to be together if you both have different beliefs on major issues. Some major differences you may notice include location. You may realize that both of you have very different long-term plans regarding where to settle down. You may also discover that you both have different perspectives when it comes to having kids. You may realize that one person wants to have kids and the other doesn't want it. These differences you're seeing are something that God is using to show you how much you both cannot be together. Your partner may believe strongly in the family before anything else, while you believe that your career is first, or vice versa. In any case, such difference would only cause a huge hurt and misunderstanding. The difference may be in methods of finances. Maybe you're frugal and your partner loves to spend a lot. Then it'll be hard to make a balance. If you're noticing major differences in the issues regarding kids, location, money, and religion, and you've tried to reach a compromise that is pleasing to both parties severally, but it's not working, then it's a sign that God doesn't want you both to be together. Number 3. It keeps looking impossible to start the relationship. Another thing you will see when God doesn't want you to start a relationship with this person is that you will notice that it just seems impossible to begin relating with such a person. In such, you have to be that one of you has to leave for a different location for a job or something else. It could also be that you meet someone else at that particular time, or the person meets someone else and gets interested in them. You may just feel something inhibiting you from going further with the person despite that you truly desire it. You both may keep relating closely, but you both may just find it hard to navigate into a relationship. If this happens, then it's God who doesn't want you to be with such a person. Remember that God's ways are always the best. He knows the right path for our lives, and He will keep directing your path. Number 4. You will be considering other people as options for a partner. Another thing that will happen when God doesn't want you to be with someone is that your mind will not be set on the person. You will have several doubts about being with the person, and you will be in a phase where you're still considering other people as your spouse. If your mind is still going to several other people, and your desire to be with this person is lesser than your thoughts of being with someone else, then God doesn't want you with this person. The only reason why God will keep putting the thought of another person on your mind is that He doesn't want you to be with that particular person at the moment. People close to you suddenly will be pressuring you and showing you other options that they think are right for you. If the thought of you being with someone else eases you, pleases you, or makes you truly desire them instead of this particular person, then God doesn't want you to be with this person. Number 5. Discouragement from people around you. When God doesn't want you with someone, it'll look as though everyone around you is against the idea of such a person. They will keep telling you how much they think you're making a mistake by liking such a person, and they will keep showing you several other persons that they believe will be a better option for you. If the people telling you these things are spiritual people, then it's best to take it as good counsel and believe that it is also God's counsel to you. Remember that God usually speaks to us through the leaders that He has put over us. You will also notice that as they keep telling you not to be with such a person, your mind will be convinced that they're saying the right thing. The doubts in your heart will scream and say a big yes when they're telling you what they think of this person. You may have been feeling divided and confused about the matter, and once they come to counsel you about it, you will notice that your mind jumps in line with what they're saying. This is because God doesn't want you with this person. Number 6. You will see other things in your life as a priority at that moment. When God wants you to be with someone at a particular point in time, He usually will make the desire to be very strong in your heart, so much that you're moved to take a step in the direction of starting a relationship with the person. However, the case is different if you begin to see other things in your life to be of a bigger priority than starting a relationship with the person. You may just feel like you are too busy to start dating, or your desire to further other areas of your life may increase. If this is happening, it's because God doesn't want you to be with such a person. It will be as though you suddenly have a lot more you should be doing with your life in other areas apart from dating this person. While you may think it's your flimsy excuses again, it could be God not wanting you with such a person, so He diverts your attention to other areas of your life. God may not want you to be in a relationship with such a person at that particular time, and He may just not want you to be dating at such a time. You've seen the 6 things that will see if God doesn't want you to be with someone. Are these signs present in your life at the moment? Did you feel like these things confirm the doubts in your heart about not being with this person? If yes, then it's best to follow and obey God's leading for your life and relationship because He knows best.